I'm Andy Sterrett. I play guitar and I compose for Hollow Point Lobotomy.
My name is Bryan Singleton. I do lead vocals with Hollow Point Lobotomy.
Nick Longer, bass, Hollow Point Lobotomy.
I'm DirkLindberg. I play drums for Hollow Point Lobotomy.
What does Hollow Point Lobotomy mean? Why did you choose it?
Well, when I hear it, it makes me feel like it could blow your mind. But I have to give all the credit to Andy for the name because he came up with it.
I guess it's been what, 8 years ago? No, longer than that. 2008. Yeah, so we're at 9 now. Well, we were just kind of mulling around ideas for band names.
How long has it been?
2008. We're on 11 years now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, a long ass fuck time ago.
Sorry.
2008.
So yeah, we were rolling ideas around for a band name. At the time, it was just Bryan and myself, and we wanted something to kind of stood out, stuck in your head. First time you heard it, and I don't know. I kind of was very intrigued by all the 1930s insane asylum treatments of the lobotomy, the frontal lobotomy, and I don't know, we kind of put the gun in front of it, and we're like, "Oh, it'll be a Hollow Point Lobotomy, and it'll blow your mind." And I pitched the idea, and
I remember in the truck, I was like, yep. The first time I heard you say it, I was like, I'm in, I love it. It was good.
How long have you guys been together as a group?
Well, I guess 2008 was it. I mean, we're working on year 11 right now.
As far as them two, apparently, but I've been with these guys, I don't know, 2 years, a little over 2 years now.
Dirk, you came right about the same time, didn't you?
Yeah, probably
A few months later, yeah.
A few months later.
Yeah, because you were already kind of in. We had already played with that other drummer.
Yeah. And then along came Dirty.
Yep.
We kind of begged and stuff.
Nick, what brought you to come play with Hollow Point Lobotomy?
Well, I mean, you know, almost fate, really. I mean, I didn't know any of these guys until one day I had a random day off, and I said, I'm going to fix my bass amp that I had. You know, one project you've been putting off because you really don't need to, but, you know, anyway, it struck me and I was going to do it. So I went to this music repair shop in Lee Summit, and lo and behold, there's Bryan. And I was obviously getting stuff for bass guitar, and he's got a huge bass tattoo on his forearm. And he was dropping off a giant bass head that was really awesome. And me being me, I was like, "Oh, so you play bass too, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, I do. You play bass?" I'm like, "Yeah." And chit-chatted for a little bit. And he's like, "I'm starting a metal band. You play metal bass?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can play pretty much anything." Which, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, we exchanged numbers, and the rest is history, really.
Yeah, I want to say you came down like the very following day.
Yeah, he was trying to call me up that day, like, "Come down." I just couldn't, you know, I wanted to, you know.
I'm like, come down right now. You got to see what we're working with.
It's been a few years since I've been in a band, and you know, when you meet people, you never know like how serious they are, or, you know, where they're coming from, or whatever. But you know, you got to take everybody for face value just to, you know, try new things. And sure enough, man, like I said, within the next couple of days, we were jamming and met Andy, and a few months later, here came Dirk, and
Well, and I remember the first time you and Andy met, you guys walked right in to the live room, and I always know, like, as a vocalist, when it's not time for that yet, you know? And then you two just start talking, and you guys just, "Oh, it's right here, it's right there. Oh, okay." And the next thing you know, they're playing it, and then we're running the backtracks. It's just, they're just linking in, and I just knew right away you fit like a glove, dude.
Dirk, when did you first decide or know that you were going to be part of the band? How did you get to be part of Hollow Point Lobotomy?
I kind of, you know, kind of came along to maybe help them through the show because they kind of, you know, lost members. So they had some stuff. So I hit Bryan up on media and basically, you know, said, "Hey, I can maybe get you through it if you know or whatever." So anyways, that's kind of like what struck conversation, and one day I came out and kind of jammed, and originally it was kind of a part-time, type temporary deal, just helping out.
Yeah, because we were running an ad for a drummer, and we were doing auditions like crazy. And you even brought a few people in.
Yeah, I sent a few people this way.
Well, that's kind of like, me and Bryan and Andy. Is once Dirk came and got in there, Andy was like, I don't want to play with anybody else. I'm like, I don't either. It's just like worked out like that. I mean,
first night it just real.
yeah, and like Bryan said, we did try a few other drummers, and everybody's got skills in their own ways, but when you meet that magical
It just all clicked.
thing, yeah.
It's kind of all, clicked, and everybody, everybody's kind of same mindset. So I mean, it's just flowed well. So
Yeah, I remember it was like, yeah, he said he'll come for a couple practices. And I'm thinking, hell yeah. And then it was like, well, and Dirk's that way. He's like, he loves to work. He wants to keep going. And he's like, well, maybe we'll just do like one gig or something. And I was like, yes! And then after that, the rest is history. I mean, I'm just so glad.
Andy, how long have you been playing and writing music?
Going on 21 years. I started out noodling around when I was 13 on guitar and piano, and I started kind of messing around with multi-track recording. It's a little 4-track Tascam recorded on a cassette tape, and that was the way I could write, so I could build parts. To just playing by yourself, it's one thing, but if you can play something, record it, go back, put another layer on it, something else, you can kind of get, I can anyway, a better idea of what I'm writing and how it's going to sound. So.
How many songs would you say you've written?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Probably hundreds.
Well, I know within the time we've been working together, because that's really what tied us in. I had a history with doing vocals and music, and Andy had his history, and our friends, some mutual friends, were like, you guys need to get together. And I've gotten so many discs from you before we actually start recording something. I mean, I'd write something, we'd kind of talk about it, and just 10 songs, 12 songs, 10, 12, 15, just, he kept giving them to me. And it seems like you never run out.
Dirk, how long have you been playing the drums?
I've been playing for 17, so let's see here. Bought my first kit when I was 17, so 18 years, I guess.
18 years.
More than half your life, bro. That's cool.
How many bands have you been in?
I've played probably 5 or 6 different groups throughout the years. Play 2 at the moment, so.
I know everywhere we go, they know you.
Yeah, you generally kind of know somebody from some point in time, it's. Yeah, I mean, I originally started out, guitar and stuff like that, but, the drummer was always the hardest thing to find, and I could halfway keep a beat back then, and it was just kind of, ear listener, player type progression, as far as making the switch to the drums, so.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I evolved on it.
Okay. Bryan, why do you do this? You lead a record label. You own a handful of businesses. You have no time. You have one band, but 2 bands. What is this like working with 2 bands? What is your vision with your record label and everything that you're doing?
That's a big question. So, simply put, I'm a firm believer that to get what we want, we have to work extremely hard. And so, I've always wanted to do music, even before I understood anything about recording or what a record label was. But, I knew that I had a long road ahead of me because I had to learn how to do it, and I had to learn where I fit. So, I just put my head down and went into construction to start making money. And as life went on, I realized that between learning how to make music, sell music, I found out I have an entrepreneurial sense about me. And then slowly but surely, as I got groomed by the businesses and the life that I've led, that I'm really good at changing hats and doing multiple things at once because I can't focus on any one thing for too awful long. I get bored easy. So it helps me to have multiple journeys simultaneously. So simply put, I pretty much go family, friends, music, and then I fit business anywhere I can in between.
For making a difference in our community and inspiring others to do the same.
About like my mission, it's like, man, I want to push local bands. I want to do things that most people only dream of. You know, I want to get up every morning and change the world. I want to help people when people ain't looking. I want to, you know, my mission is so vast that my why has to be so big that it keeps me going every single day. And I want to enrich everybody I touch.
All right, so as a band as a whole, where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? I mean, we're here now. I mean, you guys, it's been 11 years, and then picked up some guys on the road. Where do you see yourself in, here we are today, where do you see you guys, where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
Playing festivals.
Playing festivals.
Yeah, I want to go for the big crowds. If that means I got to go across the seas, if that means I got to, you know, whatever we got to do, I want to put us in front of big groups of people because every time we do a show, every time we go up there, we put all of it on the line. We put everything we got out there. And people feel that. They see the soul in what we're putting out there and they gravitate. And I know if we get to big groups of people, they will receive it well. And I think festivals is the way to go. So that's my main goal, is get us on festivals, keep putting out lots of projects, keep staying steady with our content.
Nick, Dirk, Andy, how do you guys feel?
Well, I mean, I think like any musician, I mean, your dream is obviously to get paid for what you love to do. And, you know, I've worked all these jobs my whole life just like everybody else, but it's not what I love to do. What I love to do is play music. And I love to play with other people, you know, whatever capacity that is. So if I can wake up every day and get paid to play in 5 years or 3 years or whatever it takes, like that's where I'd want to see this band or any other band I was in. But, yeah, to get paid to play.
Andy? What about you? What do you want to see? I mean, maybe not just like playing festivals, but maybe like a development in your music, or, well, I don't know, anything. Like, there's so many things with music that you can do besides just play. Like, what do you want to see? You just want to play festivals too.
I would like, you know, kind of to see us go into more. I like our style of music. I'd like to have a little more of the symphonic part of the aspect of it. I do like that, but you know, it doesn't all have to be. But I don't know. I in 5 years, well, shit, where were we 5 years from now? A little podunk.
I don't know. That's
Just
what I
you
was
and
saying.
him, right?
It's like in the last 2 years, it seems like we've done more than we ever did in the first half.
Yeah.
You know, and so like to me, it's like, man, I just think it's so exponential. But I am really excited to hear you say that because, you know, like you say, you're the composer. I'm anxious to see where it takes us because with what you usually bring to the table and these guys add, man.
I'm anxious to see it's what we evolve.
If we could sit down with like Andy's creations and all of us put our own mold to it, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I can only imagine. We could come up with some
I mean, I've seen guys come in here and in 10 minutes come up with a whole new song that turns into this monster later. It's like,
And if that's all we had to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was our life, like, dude.
it's coming, man.
So when's the next project coming?
We're pushing for spring of this year, 2019.
How many songs?
Sticky Icky pretty much just sticks with maxi singles and EPs, so 5-6 songs. Probably with that, we'll do 2 or 3 videos with it.
Yeah, man, that's one thing I can say about, like, all these guys. It's like, we're all authentic. You know, when you get a group of guys together that are on the same level and can be authentic and, you know, more than just bandmates, like friends. And, you know, even though we may not see each other for, you know, a week or whatever, whenever we get together, it's like, you know, your best friend growing back up, or, you know, back growing up, or whatever. You know, they just, I don't know, we fit well together, and that, yeah.
Well, I agree with you, Nick. It does seem like that's a really big portion of our success as a band here is it doesn't change. Our mission just keeps going. We keep driving and we keep wanting more stuff and we keep wanting to do shows. We keep wanting to get to that next step. And, you know, I think that, you know, it's like it doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks and someone's been sick or someone had to jet for a month to work or we get back and we get right back where it was like you never even left.